Hey guys, it's Brad here with Hammer Survival. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're putting the RS-X7 Slingshot through its paces. We've got a regular Huntsman Slingshot here just to give you a sense of scale. Let's be honest, it's not exactly a discrete unit, but let's see how the difference in size translates to actual shooting power. So we're going to start by shooting these regular tin cans with 8mm ammo. Although it's outside of the frame, I'm drawing all the way to my shoulder, and these ball bearings are just bouncing right off the cans, just leaving a small dent. Next up, we've got the RS-X7. Bang! Straight through without any trouble whatsoever. Let's give that another shot, but at a different angle. Here you can see that it's flying straight through the can and right into the box. So one can doesn't look to be causing too much of a problem, so let's try 3. What's interesting here is that I do manage to shoot through all 3 of them, and the ammo ends up in the 3rd can. I'm pretty sure it would have carried on going if I hadn't had this dartboard in the way, but I don't think the neighbours would have been too impressed. In these next few shots, you can see that I've got around 40 ball bearings loaded up, and we're just shooting at some random cans. Next up, we've got this poor water bucket. You can see that the ball bearings are tearing straight the way through. The water inside doesn't seem to be slowing anything down. We end up with holes on both sides. We've already made our way through the tin can, so this wooden fence shouldn't cause too many problems. That said, I'm still a bit surprised after the first shot just shot straight the way through. I'll shoot a couple more just for good measure. In this close-up you can see that the fence is around 8mm or so in diameter. So far we've just been shooting the ball bearings. Let's step things up with these red crossbow bolts. I'm shooting at a tree here, but it's wedged right the way in, around a good inch or so. Next up, the dartboard makes an appearance again. I'm just shooting a short range here, but hopefully you can see that the darts are wedging themselves right the way in. I'm really having to give it some effort to pull them out. So at this point, let's see what the accuracy looks like at medium range. We're going to head out to 116 feet, which is around 35 meters. It did take me a couple of shots, which I'll spare you on, but in this video I just wanted to give you an idea of the range. I've left this scene in as a continuous take, just to give you an idea of how many shots I missed. But you can see that even though I'm no expert marksman, it's relatively easy to point and shoot with this slingshot. At this medium range, it's super accurate once you get the hang of it. Okay, so it's time to up the ante. I'm going to head out to around 166 feet, which is 50 meters. It does take me a couple of shots, but even at this range it's still seriously accurate when compared to a typical slingshot. What's even more interesting is that even at 50 meters, the ball bearing still has enough power to shoot straight through the can. I haven't got the scope and folding stock hooked up today, but in the next video we'll up the distance to 75 meters, even 100, just to see where the limits are. So to test the reliability of the slingshot, we're going to hit this watermelon with a few hundred rounds. To be honest, the watermelon put up a better fight than I thought it would. You'll have to take my word for it that I didn't replace the bands or the slingshot during the take. But even I'm surprised that the unit didn't lock up or jam once in over 2 hours of shooting. So there we have it, guys. We didn't even touch on the mods today, but in the next video I'll attach the scope and folding stock just to see how far we can go. If you have any questions about ordering, just shoot them over to brad@hammersurvival.com and I'll get right on it. Cheers guys, see you next time.